Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Reverse Engiknitting, where I'm going to go through knit and crochet items from big brands and show you how to recreate them. I was out shopping the other day and I just saw so many things that made me think, I can make that. So I'm going to put that to the test. I looked up crochet on forever21.com, and this is the top that was calling my name. It has a pretty basic cup that I know how to do, and this cute triangle mesh down the front, and a whole bunch of fringe. It seemed totally doable, so I gave it a go. I used this Aran weight cotton from Paintbox Yarns. Any worsted weight cotton will do. I also used a 3.75mm hook. It's smaller than the yarn recommends, so I could get a tight gauge and prevent peekaboobies. This cup style starts with a foundation chain at the center. I counted the stitches in the picture. It was about 12 double crochets on either side of the foundation chain. So I'm going to chain 14. Skip 3 and make 1 double crochet into the 4th chain. This counts as 2 double crochets. I'm going to make 1 double crochet in each of the remaining chains. But I'll stop when I get to the last chain because that's where we're going to increase and turn the corner. So you can see here I've worked up to the last chain of the foundation chain, and in this last chain I'm going to put 7 double crochets. That will help us turn the corner so we can start working stitches into the back of the foundation chain. To make increasing easier later on in the pattern, I'm going to mark that 4th double crochet. Now that we've turned the corner, we can make 1 double crochet in the back of each foundation chain. To keep the pattern, I'm going to make sure I have 11 double crochets total after that 7 double crochet cluster. Just work 1 double crochet in the back of each foundation chain. And don't forget to work a stitch into the bottom of the skip chain 3 from the beginning of the row. Row 1 and the center of your bra cup is complete. To begin row 2, I'm going to chain 3, turn my work. This chain 3 counts as a stitch. I'm going to make 1 double crochet into the next stitch and in every stitch up to my marker. When you work up to your marked stitch, you're going to put 7 double crochets all into that stitch with the marker in it. Make sure to mark the 4th double crochet of that 7 double crochet cluster to help you know where to increase on the next round. Then continue making 1 double crochet in every stitch all the way to the end. These are the first 2 rows. You'll complete 6 rows like this for a B or C cup. You may want to do more rows for a larger cup, or fewer rows or even fewer starting chains for a smaller cup. Next, we're going to add this mesh border to the cups. We're also going to use it to join the cups here in the middle, just like the example from Forever 21 has. To make this mesh, I'm going to chain 3 and skip 1 stitch, and then make 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Continue, chain 1, skip 1, and make 1 double crochet in the next stitch. When you reach your marked stitch at the center, make 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, all into that marked stitch. It's like a V-stitch. Then chain 1 and make 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And continue, chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And be sure to put 1 double crochet in the top of your turning chain 3 at the end. Ta-da! To start the second row of the mesh, chain 4, and make 1 double crochet into the chain space from the previous row. Not into the chain itself, but into just that space. Chain 1, and make 1 double crochet in the next chain space. When you reach the V-stitch at the center point of your bra cup, just make another V-stitch into it by putting 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet all into that V-stitch chain space. Then continue, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next chain space, all the way to the end. This is what a completed cup looks like. You're gonna make 2. On the second cup, leave 5 chain spaces unworked of the very last mesh border row so that you can do a join as you go method to complete the end of that border row and attach the cups together. To do this, I worked 1 single crochet in the 5th chain space from cup number 1. I worked 1 double crochet in the chain space of cup number 2. So instead of chaining 1, I work 1 single crochet into the chain space of cup number 1, and then double crochet into the chain space of cup number 2. Do that until you've joined your cups together and completed the mesh border. You can fasten off here because we need to reattach our yarn at the corner to work a little double crochet border at the bottom. This double crochet border is what they attached the triangle mesh to in the Forever 21 top. So just fasten on at the corner, chain 3 and work 2 more double crochets around that first double crochet. When I look at the Forever 21 top, I see that they sort of alternate putting 2 double crochets or 3 double crochets around the edge stitches, so that's what we're gonna do. Work 2 double crochets around one edge stitch and 3 double crochets around the next edge stitch and just alternate all the way across the bottom edge of the top. Now that we've finished that double crochet border, it's time to add the triangle mesh down the front of the top. To start, I'm going to chain 7, skip 5 stitches, not counting the first one, and make 1 single crochet into the 6th stitch. Then from here on, I'm going to chain 6, skip 4 stitches, and make 1 single crochet into the 5th stitch. Chain 6, skip 4, 1 single crochet into the 5th stitch. When I got to the end, I had an extra stitch or two, but it's not a problem because I'm going to chain 3 and make a triple crochet into the last stitch. This puts your working yarn in the center of that little mesh loop. Now you can chain 6, turn your work, and make 1 single crochet into the next mesh loop. When you only have 1 loop left at the end of your row, like we did last time, we're going to chain 3 and make a triple crochet into the last chain space. Now our working yarn is in the center of the loop. And we can chain 6 and start working back the other way. Continue the mesh this way, and eventually you'll only have 2 loops left. Then you'll just chain 6, turn, and make a single crochet into that last loop. Now you can fasten off and we'll add some fringe. I know they're kind of in short supply these days, but I find that a DVD jacket, or in this case Xbox CD jacket, is the perfect length for cutting fringe. So I'm wrapping my yarn around Mortal Kombat here about 6 times, just to get a nice thick fringe like the example top has. I take the whole bundle and lace it through one of my triangle mesh loops. And pull one end through the other. Then I can cut it to release the fringe. And just trim the ends so that they're even. I put 1 fringe bundle through every outer mesh loop to try to copy the Forever 21 picture. Then I made 4 chains about 15 inches long. A good rule of thumb for this is about 1/2 your chest circumference for each chain strap, but they could probably be a little shorter as well. And I just attach them here at the top corners and the bottom corners of the bra top. And there you have it. The first of hopefully many more reverse Engiknitting projects. I think it turned out pretty well. What do you think? For me, I could have stood to probably do 1 less bra cup row, but if you're a solid B or C cup, I think it would be perfect. Let me know if there's anything you want to see me reverse Engiknit, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!